Hello, how are we doing tonight? Everyone doing good in chat? We got some more Arceus hunting today. Don't think we're gonna get this done by the time Scarlet and Violet releases, so this is probably gonna have to be postponed for a while until I get Scarlet and Violet done. Or you know, we can just do it in between Scarlet and Violet. guess. Well, actually, Scarlet Violet is probably gonna be pretty quick, so... Like I said, I want to alternate, you know, Frontiers and Scarlet Violet, but anyways. Yeah, we have some more Arceus hunting. At about 500 right now. I think 500 even. I normally stop on an even number anyways, so... Anyways, go ahead, switch things over. And music lagged behind for a little bit on my end. Don't know if that picked up on the stream or not. Oh well. Anyways, music. Let's put that on. We aren't just listening to silence for the most part. Yeah, let's get things started here. I've already started plans for like what I want to do for like a Halloween stream. Just because, you know, Halloween's coming up. I want to do something a little special, but don't really know any like horror games I could play that I either haven't already seen or that I'm actually able to play, because, you know, Mac. Most games are not compatible with the Mac. Yeah, but I've been thinking, I actually want to do like a shiny hunt for a specific Pokemon. You'll see what Pokemon it is when we get there, but I want to shiny hunt on Halloween for a Pokemon. Hopefully we should be able to get it relatively quickly, because it is in like Sword and Shield, and I'm gonna be doing like the, I guess, the Masuda method? Although it might just be normal egg hatching, I don't know. I have to figure out how to, if I have the Japanese version of the Pokemon I want to breed. Yeah, either way, that's the plan for Halloween. It's gonna be on Monday, so it is technically one of my streaming days. Considering I don't really want to do another game. Like, I'll do like a quick game, but nothing too long and story heavy prior to, you know, Frontiers and Scarlet Violet. I just really don't like stopping in the middle of a game to then play 2 other games. It's just not one of my things to do. Things that I like to do. But yeah. I know I mentioned this briefly during the Necrobarista streams, but during that was very dialogue heavy. I barely got any time to like pause in between. But did anyone see the Deep Cut concert this past Sunday? You know that DJ KK Slider was performing there as well on the Nintendo Live. Watched it for a bit. It wasn't too bad, but it was very lengthy. Not as like exciting. There wasn't a whole lot of movement, I guess, but and Deep Cut concert was great. We actually, well, we don't have an official name in English for the first like rocket song. People have been calling it Raid Under Storm and Stress, which honestly, pretty good title. Yeah, I think that came from like a fan translation of the, like an English translation, because it was all in Japanese. Yeah, I guess people just like adopted that title. No, that's what it's called. I still want to know what the other Rocket song is called. Yeah, I really like how they handled the songs, especially with Anarchy Rainbow. How they put in the solo parts. They usually make them like normal song length by adding another like verse or two. And I was like, I have to wonder, like, why do they make the concert models so high quality and then the in-game versions are a bit less, like, you know, the in-game models have very, like, limited mouth movements. Usually just like a preset and they snap from one to the other, but when they do the concerts, it's all, like, fluid and everything. I have to wonder, like, do they have a different model? Do they have, like, a different model they use just for concerts, or is it same model with maybe like different rigging or whatever? Yeah, I absolutely love the Deep Cut concert. Ever really just loved showing off in that, didn't she? You have Fry and Big Man just singing normally, and then all of a sudden Shiver comes in with like a vocal improvisation. Like, she knows what she's doing. Showing off just because she can. And it's awesome. I really hope that when we get, like, deep cut amiibos, we end up getting their outfits. Yeah, I really love their outfits, especially Shiver's. Like the shawl, the little bandage. I don't know what you would call it, just I guess bandages that are around her torso. And it looks so cool and I love it. Yeah, besides that, I've been getting into a bit of like a Luigi's Mansion kick again. Used to love that so much back during like 2019, 2020. And you know, like hyperfixations kinda lose their muster over time. Started falling out of the fandom a bit. You know how it goes, but yeah, I don't know, recently just like all of a sudden just came back at once, and I think that has something to do with me drawing my like Luigi's Mansion OC for an art piece I was doing. Yeah, I actually do have a Luigi's Mansion OC. Nobody knew that. Or she was just kind of pushed to the wayside. Yeah, brought her back, did a little drawing with her and a couple of my other OCs. And I guess that just sparked something in me, like, hey, Luigi's Mansion is a thing. Wanna look into that again? And I was like, sure. So yeah, now I'm sort of back on the Luigi's Mansion grind. Probably not gonna like replay it or anything, but I still have a good knowledge of the game. Haven't really forgotten much, but yeah, believe it or not, I actually made like a little request-oriented, I guess, one-shot book. But I think like one-shots are basically just, here's a scene, it's in its own little contained universe, move on to the next one, and everything like that, but Yeah, I made like a little request-oriented one-shot book back when like, my hyperfixation was still at its high. And of course, that died off. I had like a good few requests still in that queue, but you know, I just never got the inspiration to write anything because I was just falling out of it. Now I've been getting back into that, getting back into the swing of things. When I start working on that request book again, don't know how long I'll put it up for. Maybe it'll just be like once in a while I'll post something about it, but it's not gonna be like a main priority. Another thing I want to do is I do have like plans in mind to write an original story, but that hasn't really been getting anywhere. I have the plans, I just have to figure out, okay, how do I write it? That's one of the struggles I have usually is just, okay, I can picture it in my head how I want it to play out. How do I put it into words? Usually I tend to think of things in like animation. Like I have the picture of like, okay, this is what the characters do, this is what they say, this is how the situation would play out if it was an animation. How do I put that into writing now? It's a lot harder than you would expect, trying to do something like that. Honestly, I have no idea sometimes. Writing your own original thing is very hard. You're the one who has to come up with all the characters and settings and all that, and you know, when you don't have something like a backbone, like an already existing series to write off of, that's a lot harder. Yeah, I've slowly been developing that. I had the idea for like a while now, I think. 2018, maybe? I know, I've started like planning for it in like, what was it, sophomore year? That was like 5-6 years ago, man. Yeah, I never actually wrote a fully original story before. It was usually just like based off of prompts or, of course, you know, fan fiction based off of something that already existed, like a game, show, or something like that. Usually video games. Didn't really have any big fandoms in a show. Big show fandoms, I guess I should say. Yeah, things have been going along nicely. Don't know when any of them will be out, but they're definitely being worked on. That's something I can say with certainty. It's definitely something I can say with certainty. I swear I keep forgetting to up the counter sometimes. Might just be me because I'm trying to focus on both the game and talking at the same time. Too much for my brain to keep track of. Yeah, other than that, I don't really have any big plans for the rest of the year. No Frontiers and Scarlet Violet are gonna be taking up most of my time in November, but at the same time, don't quite know what else to do for like rest of November and December. I don't think there's any like big games coming out too frequently. I don't think there's any big games that I want to get come like first little bit of 2023. I think there's maybe a couple. I know like New Breath of the Wild, like Rain Code that I want to try out. Yeah, other than that, there's not really much. They have wanted to start Shin Megami Tensei 5. At the same time, that's gonna be a pretty long game if Persona games are anything to go by. Yeah, it's going to take a while before I get to anything. Like I said, I don't like starting a new game while I'm already playing another game, so if I start SMT5, then I have to wait until I'm done with it. I always guess I could like sacrifice my variety nights, because usually I'm just doing the same 5, maybe more like 3 games. Not much else. Yeah, I could just sacrifice that time if I needed to get SMT5 done over and done with. Or anything else, because I think Breath of the Wild 2 is coming out in May, so yeah, other than that, not much else has a release. I think Minecraft Legends coming out sometime 2023. They're the only games that have like a release window, but not so much a concrete release date. All I really know is that there's a game coming out, hopefully 2024, maybe 2025 if it takes too long. They need to wrap up development later than anticipated, but there's a game coming out 2024 that I've been really excited for. Game on Kickstarter. That I heard about through Failboat. Watched his stream on the demo, which is how I found out about it. And apparently, they're already planning, like, more games after that. Like, the developer said that they were planning a trilogy, and this is just the first game. So, like, absolutely, yes, I want more of this game. Because I've been seeing the development so far, and honestly, it is going great. Like, I get the updates every month or so. Well, I can't talk about, like, specifics or anything. I really like how it's all turning out with, like, the models, music, and everything. If you want to look it up or anything, it's called Billy Bust Up. Honestly, it looks really good, because like, I think they said it was being developed at the same time as A Hat in Time. But they have, like, really similar visual styles, because they pull from, like, Wind Waker, pull inspiration from Wind Waker and stuff like that. Yeah, if you like A Hat in Time, you'll probably like it. Like, the way I I describe it as it's sort of a mix between Hat in Time and No Straight Roads. Because the boss fights are very, like, music-oriented, like, they have the attacks to the music. So it's sort of similar in that capacity, but it is at its core a, like, 3D collectathon platformer. Well, is it right to call it a collectathon? What are the specifics for a collectathon? I mean, you do collect things, so I guess it's a collectathon, but either way. Like, similar gameplay-wise, mostly to Hat in Time. Boss fights are more like No Straight Roads. I feel like those two games, you'll probably definitely love it. Yeah, the Kickstarter ended a while ago, so they do have like a Patreon you can donate to, you still get the updates. And I think Patreon supporters even get a couple of the builds if you pledge high enough. Yeah, I have so much faith in that game. You know, I really put $100 into it, so better be good. Yeah, like, they got a bunch of reliable voice actors on there. They have Gabriel Brown, Black Griffin, have the voice actor for Subatomic Supernova in No Straight Roads, Michael Kovac. They have like a few others that I can't remember by name, but they're like very well-known, well-respected voice actors, so I'm sure that if this wasn't an honest project, there would definitely be a lot of backlash. Like, they even have Daniel Ingram composing music. He was like the composer for My Little Pony. Yeah, there's a lot going into that game, a lot of love. Like, I can already tell this is gonna end up being one of my favorite games of all time. It's not even close to being done yet. Well, technically wouldn't say that. It is pretty close. Like, I think they have pretty much all the music that really just work on, like, models, blockouts, and all that. In terms of, like, the actual levels themselves, I don't think they've done any of, like, the main programming, like, getting everything to coherently flow together. Yeah, they've been getting a lot done these past few months. Yeah, I'm really just excited for how it's all gonna turn out. And I'm probably repeating myself 1,000 times, but it's true. And other than that, since I'm thinking of, like, Scarlet and Violet, you know, what are we thinking about Iono? I really love her design. She looks so cute. Honestly, I really like cute designs. Cute people designs. I also really like the, what was it called? Bellybolt? The little frog Pokemon that they showed off today. Because honestly, the face reminds me of like the Lakitu clouds from Mario, or I think his name is like Bubba from Mario Galaxy. It just has that sort of like similar face and I love it. It's so silly. Although I don't exactly think it matches Iono, because it's very like contrasting in color. Like, I don't think I'd exactly say neon, but you know, it's definitely a lot more vibrant. Iono's colors are a bit more pastel. Yeah, they definitely contrast, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. And if like the gameplay trailers or anything to go by, I don't think we're gonna be getting voice acting. I mean, I'm pretty sure we all expected zero voice acting. Like maybe a couple lines here and there for like major cutscenes or anything, but like actual in-game stuff, probably not gonna get anything. Would be nice, but hey, at least I get to voice act some stuff. That's something I really want to do more of. I know I did it for Splatoon 3. Yeah, I'm really only gonna do like voice acting if the cast of characters is small enough. Or like the cast of main characters, so like Splatoon 3 and the other Deltarune chapters when those come out. Yeah, I think I could do a decent job with most of them. Like returning characters, I can probably do a concrete voice for. The gym leaders, I can do a concrete voice for. Yeah, any like general NPCs, probably not gonna do too much of a voice. Probably just gonna read their lines, honestly. Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm like decent, but at the same time, I only have so much of a range of a voice. Like, I only think I have like three like voices I could do, like a normal one, a low one, a high one, then slight variations in between. Yeah, when you have a lot of characters, it tends to get a little bit, you know, messy when you have to voice act them all yourself. Then they all sort of like clash with one another. You end up having the same voice for multiple characters. I know that's probably something voice actors struggle with a lot, because you know, a couple of characters end up sounding like other characters. But then you have the really, really good ones that can just do a voice and then do a different voice and it's like completely different. Like, you know, Helen Goff does a bunch of like anime voices and then also does voice for a couple of the Five Nights at Freddy's animatronics. And like the recent games, I think his first FNAF role was, what was it, Funtime Freddy? In Sister Location? And then he came back for Samrock Freddy and the daycare attendant. Yeah, I know he does some anime roles. I think he has something in My Hero Academia. Don't really know much else besides that. Yeah, I don't necessarily think I'd want to be like a professional voice actor, but maybe just do it as like a hobby. But besides that, no, we're doing a bunch of like off-screen stuff on my Minecraft world. Just basically boring tasks that don't really take much time, or I guess they do kind of take a while, but same time stuff that would be kind of boring to do while on stream. Which is like clearing out a bunch of areas, getting stuff ready to like build. Yeah, I have a couple of ideas for what I want to do in that world. The problem is, you know, how do I implement them exactly? My current plan is to get like a village going in my little base area, but is getting villagers over from the village to where my base is, and that's a pretty long boat ride. And a bunch of terrain that the boat won't be able to cross on. But oh yeah, actually, speaking of Minecraft, tomorrow's Minecraft Live, isn't it? Yeah, I think that's at like 12? Like 12 my time? I might be able to stream that if I eat a little earlier. I might have to go in a bit late. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Probably not gonna stream it, but might just be something I watch on my own. The main thing is I sort of eat at specific times, so can't exactly move around that too much. Hey, if you care about Minecraft, like, who are you voting for in the mod vote? Honestly, I'm leaning towards the sniffer. I just like the way it looks, and you know, its purpose, I guess, is very unique. Whereas the I don't even know what the other two are called. I know there's like a tough golem, but the other one, like the hide and seek little gremlin or whatever. In the hide and seek guy, I don't see being too useful in late game. It just seems like it would get a bit repetitive, but tough golem, you know, it'd be nice to have around, but same time, not much of a use for that one. Well, the sniffer apparently gets you like new plants and everything. Which, if you know me, kinda like that kind of stuff. Especially if it's a very like mystical looking plant. I definitely want a bunch of those. Yeah, I wonder if they would announce, like, the next update. Well, we're on, like, 1.19 right now? Maybe they'd announce, you know, update 1.20. Whatever comes after the wild update. Yeah, I want to see what they would actually add. You know, what could be crazier than the Warden? I still haven't found a deep dark biome yet in my world. Like, I'm sure there's one somewhere, just... I haven't exactly been down far enough to say for certain, oh, here's where a deep dark is. Honestly, I both want to go to deep dark, but also not, because don't really want to deal with the Warden. Considering it's practically unkillable. It deals a lot of damage. If I go searching for a deep dark, I definitely need to be like prepared. Snowballs or something. Something I can just like easily throw. Actually, now that I think about it, I have a bunch of eggs. I can use those, and if they have like... if a chicken happens to hatch from it, great! Another distraction. Honestly, has anyone thought of that? Using like the eggs and hatching like a baby chicken to distract the warden with. I feel like that would be really cool. Really good play. Only been half an hour, huh? Well, a little over half an hour, but... pretty much like 1/3 of the way there already. Where I want to stop for the night, 600. Yeah, I honestly can't keep these going for too long. I don't have much to talk about. Yeah, thankfully haven't had too much work this week because of course we had off for Monday, and one of my classes I couldn't do any homework because I'm in like an art class and our teacher has us do like sketchbook assignments that we do at home. But he went away for the weekend and took the sketchbook, so, you know, of course we can't sketch without sketchbooks, so we didn't have any homework there. And for one of my other classes, we didn't have any work because, again, it was a day off. So the only work I had was for my photography class, which isn't too much of a hassle. It's just I tend to put things off, but I'm able to handle it. But then I also have like a graphic design course that I'm taking. Honestly, I get done pretty quickly, especially since we go over most of it in class, but yeah, definitely been a bit of a slow week. Yeah, I ended up getting to, switching topic now. I actually managed to get to level 30 finally in Toon 3. end up getting the bigger locker. Just like a couple of items that I want to find in Harmony's shop. But other than that, really my goals now are to get max catalog, get to S rank in Anarchy battles, and end up getting to Executive VP, which I've actually gotten into Professional +3, but you know, the rotations aren't very good, so I end up losing more than I do winning. That usually bumps me down to Refresh +2 or anything for bid Fresh +1. Yeah, it was flip-flopping between +2 and +1 for the longest time. Really, I just need to hope one of these rotations helps bump me up to Executive. I'm pretty sure after Refresh +3, you get into Executive. And it's gonna be a bit arduous, but gonna be worth it in the end, probably. Probably not. Yeah, and then the other thing I want to do is get max rank in Table Turf. While I love playing the game, grinding it out is not the most fun. Usually I just end up grinding like level 3 Baby Jelly or level 3 Shiver. Try and get wins on them to level up, but still takes a long time because you only ever get like 100 to 130. So when you need like 1300 points, that ends up getting a lot. I think they should have honestly like lowered the amount of EXP you need for Table Turf ranks. I think I'm only in like mid-30s and getting to be very tough to level up. You really only get like the same few rivals for long periods of time until you can hit a certain rank. Yeah, I really want to know, like, what other Splatfest themes are they gonna have? Because I know we have the Scarlet and Violet one coming up in November. Yeah, honestly, I can barely think of anything because there's a lot more you can do with only 2 options rather than 3. You know, most debates only have, or most debated topics only have 2 sides. I don't think they'd be able to do any, like, tournament-style selections. Really, with 3 people it wouldn't work. Then there would be 2 that have to go on the wayside. That just seems pretty unfair. But I also like that they made it so you can't get a tie anymore. They have like 2 10 points, a 15, and a 20. Not like anyone can even tie unless the other two teams get the 10 points, but... Yeah, it really does come down to like the pro matches and the open matches. But I think like the open gives you more points. And I think the reason open gives you more points is because like you don't have the team matchmaking. It's also probably incentive to, you know, get together with people, you know, be on the same team. With the open matches, it's more like regular turf war, where you don't really have matchmaking all that much. Like equal matchmaking. But in pro, they do, you know, if your team has a certain set of weapons, the same certain set of weapons is on the other team. Just more balance. Makes it a bit easier, but also gives you less points. But then again, if you're doing pro, you're sort of more competing for the, like, Splatfest power. No, usually I don't have a lot of talking points for just like normal shiny hunting. Here's what I think I'm gonna do. I think now I'm gonna only do like 50. Like here to go up to 550. And then I'll like swap over to a different game. In order to sort of like keep it going, but also, you know, that way I don't have to end early, but I can also still have some content. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll see how long I can go for. See if that's something that would need to be adjusted. Usually just like the shiny hunting streams are just if I don't really have anything else to do. You know, I think of much else to do, but I don't know. Probably something I'd do in a different stream, not this one. Yeah, I'll keep it going until 600 for this stream. And then maybe once the next stream rolls around, I'll end up implementing that. Yeah, for right now, I think I can keep it going for just like a little bit. Probably not for much longer. You need to actually press forward, not just spam A. Thank you. Yeah, I really want to add more music to this place. I do want to add Here Comes Nico, I do want to add like Everhood, but I think those are like Steam only. So I need to buy those off of Steam. The Necro Barista actually has its OST on iTunes, so that's good. Yeah, apparently Everhood is gaining a lot more traction recently. I think like Mergus played it. He's only started playing it within like past few weeks or something. I did see a video recommendation. I think because of that, the game is sort of coming back into relevancy. At least a little bit. Because honestly, I didn't expect my Everhood video to do so well, but... No, it's already at like 9 views. Which is a lot more than I normally get, so... Very nice. At the same time, I have to wonder, like, how do people find my stuff? So I do put it out on, like, Twitter and occasionally in the Discord servers I'm in. And, like, most of the time people just sort of glance over it and leave. You really do have to wonder, how do people find them? Like, I think my lowest performing video was my Chris Tales playthrough. I'm guessing that's a combination of it's not a very popular game and also it's also very long. It's like an hour 20. I think the thing is people don't really like watching long videos because, you know, they have other stuff to do. They don't want to sit down and watch something that's an hour long. I'm honestly kind of the opposite. Like, the more time that's there to keep me occupied, the better, but... At the same time, I get it. I get it. Either way. The algorithm works in mysterious ways. Ways that we can never truly comprehend. Yeah, tomorrow should be playing some Splatoon 3. And I don't know the schedule quite yet for what Anarchy battles are, but I do want to try and get up to S rank, because I'm very close to a rank up battle. I just kind of want to do that on stream. It looks like, according to the list, the normal 6 PM for series battles is going to be tower control. That's good, I like tower control. Yeah. I really do want to, you know, play some of that. Then if I get up to S rank, I could do a few Briscoe shifts if the rotation is decent. Wait, what's the Briscoe rotation again? Because it's Yeah, from 8 p.m. to the 16th, so... see, what's that? Dapple, Sloshing Machine, Blaster, and Squiffer. Not a very good rotation. That looks like it's going to suck. No, I have to play a couple rounds. Yeah, my strategy from now on with Grizzco is just if I end up getting down to like 10 or 0 points based on, you know, what if we lose a round 2 wave? What if we lose a round 1 wave? So either if it's 10 or 0, just err on like the side of caution, I'll end up stopping that rotation and just not doing it for the rest of the rotations so that my points can reset back to 40. Yeah, you can actually go to like whatever your rank is but 0 points without ranking down. Only if you go below do you rank down, but yeah, I say it's usually safe to stop on like 10 points in case you end up losing wave 1. Really due to anything, because you could just have a bad team, you could just have bad weapon rotation, you could have Glowflies wave 1, the bane of every Grizzco player's existence. Man, I love Salmon Run, but it just gets to be a lot very quickly. Man, why am I getting so tired all of a sudden? Is just sitting here doing this doesn't really give me a lot to put my mind on. Yeah. I don't really know much else to talk about right now. Or spent all my talking points at the beginning. Sometimes I wish my life was a bit more exciting. You know, so that I'd actually be able to talk about stuff. I think by 8 o'clock we should be able to get up to 600 because we're already halfway and still got about an hour. So I'd say maybe like 750, maybe a little more, a little less. Depends. These resets do take a bit slower than a minute. In the end, I am very close to what the time actually is, but at the same time, a little bit behind in like sheer numbers. Yeah, I really hope we can get this guy soon. Like I said, I would absolutely love to do this on off screen, but I feel like that would be a bit cheap doing extra resets off of stream. Not like it would get me any closer, it's all random once you start up the game, but no, there's still possibility of things like there's a possibility of me getting a shiny, but no, it's a bit more likely since I'd probably be doing more resets. At that point, I don't really have to worry about like entertainment as much. The only person I have to entertain is myself. Because usually what I do is just put a video on in the background. Longer sort of video, or just have my watch later on like set to play. And when I get to the Sword and Shield hunt for Halloween, definitely gonna be a lot more engaging because you don't just have to spam A all the time. Honestly, might have to try and find a flying on Pokemon Home GTS. I'm pretty sure if I just set the specifics of the Flygon, I can just create it over and over until I get one that's a different language. I love the Pokemon Black and White music. That was really one of the best gens, huh? Yeah, I really think I might need to switch this up to only 50 resets every stream. Unless I get like a bigger audience. Oh man, I'm just probably gonna be silent because I just don't have anything to talk about. No, at least if there's a chat, I can bounce off the conversation, but can't really ramble for too long, can I? Alright, well, here's the final reset. We've been quiet for the past like 40 resets, but when you don't have much to say, that's what ends up happening. I'll check this, and I'll end it off. And it's not shiny. Alright, well, that ends that, I guess. So then, in that case, thank you to anyone that came by, anyone that might have followed. I'm gonna raid my friend Pixel, who's doing a shiny hunt of his own with Regice and Sword and Shield. So that's gonna be fun. With that, next stream is going to be tomorrow with some Splatoon 3. And yeah, hope you all have a good day. And I'll end things off, so bye bye!